Moving on, activist Amjad Ayub Mirza has blamed Pakistan has once again started using the Hurriyat Conference to demean India's image and give legitimacy to terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. A report.
Kashmiri activist Amjad Ayub Mirza has exposed Pakistan's hypocrisy as it orchestrates terror attacks in India's Jammu and Kashmir and uses organizations like the Hurriyat Conference for anti-India propaganda while diverting attention from the critical condition in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He said the recent all-parties Hurriyat Conference in Lahore was a way of giving legitimacy to the attacks in India by Pakistan-based terrorists. He said this all comes while a civil disobedience movement is underway in PoJK, which is stripped of even basic amenities.
So Pakistan has imposed illegal and unjust taxes on the people of Pakistani occupied Jammu and Kashmir. There is no electricity, there is no flour, there is a crisis of wheat because they have cut the subsidies. The population has grown and the allocation of wheat and flour to various places inside PoJK has not been revised. So there is a crisis of democracy, there is a crisis of economic rights, there is a crisis of ownership of resources in PoJK.
The activist further blamed it is the Hurriyat Conference that has promoted communal politics and terrorism in India's Jammu and Kashmir as part of its so-called freedom movement.
Since 9th of June, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi took oath for the third time as Prime Minister to choose that day to attack Yatris, pilgrims, Hindu pilgrims in Jammu, is the beginning of a new era of violence and terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir, sponsored by Pakistan. And Hurriyat Conference is now again back in the game in Pakistan to divert the attention of the international media from these attacks, number one, and number two, to give legitimacy to these attacks that are taking place in Jammu and project them as some kind of freedom movement, whereas these are terrorist attacks that have only one point agenda: to sabotage the elections